BassResinator here. I don't know if you can see this, but it was a mosquito that I got out of this bug zapper. And I'm going to put a little bit of UV resin on it to keep him in place, because I'm going to want him for my Jurassic Park collaboration. Did I give it away already? I think I did. He's been in there for quite some time, so I don't want him falling apart and breaking under stress. So if I get all the antennae and legs and stuff all together, then we'll be good. Now there was a moth. If I could use a moth, that'd be cool. But there's a couple other smaller mosquitoes, but that was the big one that I found in there. Ta-da. He's got a little bit more sticking out, and I don't want that to break off. So, yeah, this is a collaboration, and I think there's going to be quite a few people that are involved in this. And I'm doing this way in advance, just because I have to, because I've got so many other things going on. But, yeah, this is the beginning. Ta-da. Now, come on. Okay, let me get that thing back over here. Shouldn't take too much to cure this side. And the little bit that was left on the mat. Now I had done something like this about 2 years ago. And I'll show you what I did. But I'm going to improve on it this time. So there we go. We got that guy. The one that I did a couple years ago, it's hard to see, and there was a lot of bubbles, but there was a mosquito in there. And I figure it's hard to see it in here like this. And so I'm going to use a sphere mold, not an egg mold. Now, I made this egg mold before I knew they had egg molds. And I used a real egg as my thing. But I'm going to use a sphere mold. And, yeah, then we'll go from there. Let's get at it. The resin is mixed up. And I made up 3 ounces of resin. And I used 7 drops of Let's Resin Yellow and 3 drops of Let's Resin Caramel to give it a nice tree sap type color. Now what I'm trying to do here is figure out how to get, I got some fishing line here, and I used my Let's Resin UV resin for bonding, and I want to get it to where it'll sit right about in the middle. I've used this stick before. So must be time to recharge. There we go. Okie doke. So that is about where I need it to be. And that resin should be pretty close to being bubble free. I'll go get it. Okay, this is about as close a color to amber as I can get using those. Well, either that or somebody's got a, well, I won't say that. I'll get in trouble. My wife will say, you can't say that. Looks like an infection. I don't know if you've ever experienced tree sap that's gotten hard. The mesquite tree that grows down in this area of the world, if it gets damaged either by a bug or somebody comes along and takes a chunk out of it or something, I'm pouring at an angle so that I won't get bubbles or as many bubbles. They do put out sap, but it's a lot darker than this, and it's got a definite odor. Not a pungent one, but it's one that attracts. And I can see how you know, the premise of Jurassic Park was that mosquitoes were attracted to the smell or the color or whatever, and they got stuck in it, and that's how they were able to get dino DNA. And now, oh, go down, go down. Maybe if I turn it sideways. Stay. Now you're still wanting to float off to the side. What's going on? I want you straight down. What's the deal here? That's not right where I want him. Oh, I should tell you, I'm using Artline Crystal, which is a very thin or low viscosity resin. It's close to center, but I wonder if I can do better. Here, let me do this. Maybe if I put some resin on UV resin on this side, it will balance it off. So that it's equal weight. Let's pray. is just going at an angle. Okay, well, let me try something a little bit more, and that is to put more of the UV resin on this stick so that that string and then let me cut off the excess that might be causing some weird balance issues. No, come on now. And now by doing that, I got a bubble right on this. Is that a bad thing? Hope not. And I got a bubble in the resin right there. If I could hold it like that, at that angle, I've got something that might work. I need a smaller cup. Oh, maybe this. Oh, that's holding it like super tight. But if I do it there, do I have another one of those clothespins? Thought I did. Yes, I do. Another one of those cups. Ooh. I'm gonna make a major mess here. How about this? Oh, I got it. I'm not gonna mess with it at all. It's there. Okay. Okay, I'll come back to you when this cures up. And we'll continue. Bye. Okay, this is cured up enough to where I can release the Kraken. Or the clothesline things. So I'm going to take that off. And I'm going to wait another day. There's that little mark where the string went through. I'm going to wait another day before I take it out just to make sure it's completely cured. And then wait for the new thing that I ordered to come in. You're gonna like it. I'm sure. Okay. We'll see you for the next part. Bye. Okay. This piece is all cured. I'm not gonna take it out of there yet. I don't want it to roll around and get damaged. But I ordered a cane with a golf ball. And look at there. But I unscrewed the thing, and I don't know how to. I don't want to take the screw and glue it on there. I think that would be not real good. So what I have is a little cup that's got some silicone down here in the bottom, but it doesn't stand up. So I got another cup, paper cup, cut it. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to make my own mold. So if anybody ever wants one of these things in the future, I'll have my own thing. Just make sure I buy the same cane with the golf ball thing on the top. And it's a fake golf ball, it's not a real one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set that in there, mix up some silicone, let it cure, unscrew it out of there, because that's the way it is. Then use some amber colored resin, put it in there, set this on top, let it cure. What do you think? This is going to be fun. Okay, let me get some silicone mixed up. Okay, now I didn't possibly explain that, but put that plug on the bottom so that when I put the golf ball in, it won't go all the way to the bottom and not have a good seal. So that's why I did that. But I added a little bit of yellow resin dye to this so that I'll be able to tell what this mold is from other molds. I'm going to spray some mold release on this so that it will hopefully release well. Okay, so here we are. That's a weird thing to spray onto, but just make sure that we've got a good way to get it released so that this will work. I hope this works. This will be so cool. Now this is the 15A silicone from Let's Resin. I really like how supple it is, and I have had very good success. Okay, I need to put more in, so I mixed up 2 ounces. So it should take it right up to the bottom of this paper cup that I've got flayed open. Okay, now any that this is going to displace some of it. Okay, now we wait a couple hours. Ah! And then, as has been recommended by silicone companies, let it set for at least 6 hours, preferably 24, after you take the master out, so that when you put the resin in, it doesn't tear up the newly formed silicone mold. Okay. Yes, we have some bananas. Okay, yeah. I'll be back when it's time to... I'm not going to show you unmolding because that's just going to be screwing it out. But I'll come back when it's time to create my new screw well, it is a screw, the bolt, and out of resin, and attach it to the end of the cane that has our mosquito in it. Mr. Hammond would be proud. Okay, welcome to Jurassic Park. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Well, got that mold done, and I'm glad I sprayed that mold release on that golf ball bolt, because it was a little hard at first, and then it released and then came right out. But there's so many threads. I was like, oh no. Well, so then I waited a while, and then I mixed up some resin, and I set this on top, and we'll see. That's coming loose pretty good. I hope this holds. If not, I'll have to figure out a different way to get it put in place. But like I said, there's a lot of threads, so it's going to take a while for me to unscrew this. Now that I'm thinking back, what I should have done is trimmed around that edge to cause a little bit of a... I didn't get it quite centered. Well, it seems to be holding, but trim around that edge so that the ball would sit down on there better. Well, here we go. Let's see. One of the things I remember about the movie, Mr. Hammond kept saying, spared no expense. Well, I did spend a little money on this cane. I hope that top matches up. Well, because it's at an angle, it's not... Maybe I'll have to do it again. Well, spared no expense, right? Guess I gotta do another one. But I gotta file this one off. Bummer! There's so many threads on this. Yikes-a-roni. There we go. Okay, well, so that you can see, mistakes can happen. Okay, now that I'm here, let me try and cause a little bit of a bevel, sort of. Okay, so, oops, sorry about that. Just bumped it. Seems like I need to go out a little wider with that. AC kicking on. Okay, it's a little bit better. Okay, now take this out, use a saw and hack that down. Okay, well, I'll try it again and I'll come back to you when it's time to unmold. Bye. Well, let's try this again. Dog hair on my glove. What's going on here? I missed. Well, we'll see how that works. this lines up, I can always fix that part right there. Wonder what happened there. Well, looks like I'm going to have to do a little bit of grinding right here and then patching that spot. But looking at it from the side where you don't see that, kind of cool, huh? First attempt, second attempt. You know, I was sitting there thinking, I've got other spheres and eggs and stuff that I could hook onto this. That'd be cool. And that's holding really good. I just got to make it look good now, huh? Because down inside of this cane, that's a wood thing, not metal, so it's not going to tear this up. Okay, let me work on repairing this area right here. I don't want to take too much of this thing off because I need some of it to help me fill in this area here. So but by doing this, I can make several different ends to that cane, and I can just swap them out. If it's Jurassic Park season, we'll go with this one. If it's Star Wars, I can make something with Star Wars. If it's whatever, you know, I'm not going to be limited now that I have this little mold here, so I can screw it into the cane. Coolness. Maybe a little sanding action with the Dremel right around the edge there. But let me try and get this section right here filled in. Set that over there. Use a little bit of tape. It's going to make some noise. Clean up all those little shards I just created by trimming. Okay, I'm thinking maybe get some UV resin and patch that. Okay, come back. Okay, I sanded it down and I filled it in, and then I thought, man, I keep bumping up against this other part. So I sanded the whole thing down, and I'm going to do a Daniel Cooper, and I'm going to use, I have some dipping UV resin, and I'm going to let this drip for a bit, and then I'm going to put it under here, and hopefully that'll clear this all up. Okay. I ground and ground and ground until I could grind no more. Well, that's definitely clear. There's some pockets that when I filled it with that UV resin, I'm just going to have to let this drip for a while. Sorry about reaching right in front of you. There's an air bubble, right? And another one. And a couple more. I sanded this with 180 grit, wet sanded, and then 400, and then 800, and then 1200. And I got it to where it had that smoky appearance. And then I dip it into this, and voila. My glove was sliding. I thought about possibly, I might do that still. Hook the cane onto it so it'll be easier to hold on to. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Let me come back to you. Okay, I am twirling and twirling and twirling, and here we go. This was the easiest. I have a thing I could polish it after I sanded it and stuff, but I don't have a stationary drill or anything like that to where I could hold it in place and just polish away. And so I was afraid I wouldn't get it as shiny as I wanted, so that's why I went with the what I remember Daniel Cooper doing with the Galaxy thing, and then I did a Galaxy Frog that same way. And so look at that. So we are almost done. Spared no expense of time. Goodness, this is a project and a half. Fun one. But definitely one that is hopefully going to be impressive. Mr. Hammond was known for his cane. There we go. We got the mosquito in there. Cool. I'll, well, let me try and do this. It's still just a touch tacky. So I'm going to prop it up. Since this lamp, it is no ordinary lamp. I can prop things up and keep it in there, and I can put it for 5 minutes. But anyway, I will do that, and then I will come back to you and I'll show you the final results, and we'll have a little chat here. Put it on for 5 minutes. I'll be back. Well, here we are. All completed. Not tacky whatsoever. Welcome to Jurassic Park. When that movie came out, it scared me a bunch, but the music, John Williams' music. Well, there you go. This is part of a collaboration, so I would encourage you to look in the description box below and look at the playlist and give everybody else who's celebrating Jurassic Park, give their videos a look and see what type of thing they did. This was actually fun. It was a challenge, but lots of fun. Like I said, when the movie came out, it scared me, but I have learned to appreciate it and all the other sequels and such. And the music, John Williams, my goodness. Okay, if you are a subscriber of mine, thank you so very much. If you are not and you would like to be, go down to the bottom of the screen under the video. There's a button there. It says subscribe. Just click it and you'll be in my group. And while you're there, might as well click the little icon of a bell, because that'll notify you anytime I do anything new. And yeah, so I would appreciate that. And if you would like to support this channel through memberships, this is the month, July, when I'm going to be doing a giveaway of sorts. I'm going to explain more of that on my channel, something other than in this video compilation, so or this collaboration. So yeah, if you want to join, now's the time to do it. You can be a part of the exciting things that are going to be going on channel BassResinator. So yeah, it's been fun. Stick around for some parting shots. This took, of course, waiting on the cane to arrive, took a week and a half to do. So not usual. I usually am not that patient, but I just kept putting the mold over here to the side and doing other things. So yeah, cool. Hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. Bye.